From the time that Calvin Johnson entered the NFL as the second pick in the 2007 draft, all he got was mad respect. Corners were in their back pedal the moment he came off the line of scrimmage. Respect from 2007 for all 9 years. You watch these safeties in Tennessee, how deep they played. Just worried about what Calvin Johnson could do. This catch in overtime in Nashville. Safety just backpedaling at the snap of the ball, fearing the deep threat that Calvin Johnson was throughout his NFL career. Nobody knew it more than the Chicago Bears. And then there were the coverages. Like here he is up at the top. And the San Diego Chargers at that time, look at the double team that they throw out. Quentin Jammer, Gregory, both of them, trying to run with Calvin Johnson as he adjusts to the ball in the air, and he did that as well as anybody. You look at the disguise coverages that the Saints tried to employ right here with the safety coming from the other side of the field. Roman Harper, just a little too late. Calvin Johnson scored one of his 83 touchdown catches against the Saints that afternoon. And then there were the bracket coverages that the 49ers, with a great defense in 2011, tried to employ upon him right here. Here, a bracket coverage. Cornerback underneath, the safety over the top. He faked them both out. Took the ball in the middle of the field for 26 yards. And then there was just this type of a play here. A four-man zone against Calvin Johnson. Just throw the ball up in the middle, let him go up and get it in the middle of a four-man zone. There was this right here. Double teams just didn't work. Like right here. They've got him bracketed inside and outside, over the top and underneath. And all he did was adjust to the ball in the air. It was more than that, though. It was he could run every route in the book. He was a router. Here he is in the slot against the Eagles. Isolation right here, one-on-one. The old pivot route. Oh, any type of route. At 6'5" and 237 pounds, he could run every single route. You could see him up at the top, run a stutter and go right here. Little stutter and then go. All the way for a touchdown. Running right past the corner and the safety. And then when the game was on the line, he was just absolutely fearless right here. Fearless in the middle of the field. Just taking the hits from the safety. Maybe that's why 9 years was all that Calvin Johnson had in him. And then like this right here. Down 27-21. A minute and a half to go in the fourth quarter. To the Oakland Raiders. In Oakland. He makes this catch. And then 2 plays later, it was the game winner. Matt Stafford just flipping it up over the outstretched arms of the middle linebacker into the waiting hands of Calvin Johnson, and the black hole was quiet and stunned. And there were the snows at Lambeau Field. Oh, there was a lot of days like that. Not a lot of success against the Packers up at Lambeau, but there were some memorable afternoons. Flurries falling didn't bother Calvin Johnson at all. He still was able to get free in the middle of the field with catches like that. Unnecessary roughness. That's what safeties did to try to slow Calvin Johnson down. Another 15 yards tacked on. And then sometimes all you did was just throw it up. Low post basketball down at the bottom here against the Vikings. Division opponent. Safeties sneaking in the middle of the field. Just throw it up. Let Calvin go up and get it. I mean, sometimes that was just the best play that was called. It wasn't surprising that it would end up in the end zone. And how about this right here against Dallas? You talk about throw it up in the middle of a 3-man zone right here. Calvin would come down with it. Let's take a look at that catch from the end zone. Stafford looks to the right, comes back. He knows where he wants to go. There it is. Just a ball full of helium. Let Calvin go high point. Nobody did it better. Then there were these kind of plays where maybe the best option was just to send Calvin down the field. It didn't matter how many Viking players were around him. Let Calvin go get it. Like sometimes that was just the best option. Throw it up. Let Calvin go get it. Didn't matter how many players were there. Just the grace. Put it on the back shoulder. Let Calvin finish in the end zone. Then there were these kind of plays. Just the highlight reel catches. Just bump it right to your resume reel, Calvin. One-handed catch for everybody to see. Never let that ball come out of his grips. And then there was the Thanksgiving Day afternoons. Detroit always playing on Thanksgiving. Regardless of what the team was like, Calvin could give you a show. You could guarantee that. One guy from Detroit, over a 9-year stretch on Thanksgiving. Let Calvin give you some highlights before the turkey dinner. Then there was just the the yards after the catch. I mean, just the speed, just splitting safeties, running over people and away from people for the better part of 9 years. And then you get this, like just the hitches. Just let him drop that shoulder on that safety. Bam! Finish in the end zone. There's this catch right here. I mean, just the yards after the catch. Just splitting. The linebacker and the safety is right here. Just dancing into the end zone. Finishing in the paint. One Sunday after another. The number of 40-yard catches, 41, 40-plus yard catches, like this one against the Raiders, just running right through the defense, finishing in the paint. 41, 40-plus yard catches in 9 years. And there was the defenses. The Packers, everybody play back. Just don't let Calvin get behind you. And he'd still get behind him. Over and over and over again. The adjustment to the ball in the air. And then he went up against the league's best, like this one against Charles Tillman. Great battles. Charles Tillman and Calvin Johnson in the NFC North. Just a back shoulder fade right there. Not much Peanut could do against that play. Or how about against Patrick Peterson? Patrick Peterson, the league's best right here. Just running the fade stop from the inside slot position. Nothing he could do. And then there was the matchups, like Charles Woodson, both entering the Hall of Fame in the 2021 Hall of Fame class. What a matchup this was. Charles Woodson will tell you, he might tell you on the podium in camp, covering Calvin Johnson was something that he looked forward to trying to do. This one, right before the end of the half in 2010, Calvin came down with it. What a matchup that was. Woodson, Calvin Johnson, both entering the Hall together. Just a lasting memory right here. I mean, the talent that Calvin Johnson had, the target that Matt Stafford had for his career in Detroit. Was there any question when Calvin Johnson scored what he might do? The celebrations. Was there any question that Calvin could hit his head on the goalpost if he wanted to? Bigger, stronger, and faster than just about anybody who's ever done it. Calvin Johnson, welcome to the Hall of Fame. You earned all of it in 9 fantastic seasons.